Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm back in action with more coffee. I have not stopped this trend, so cheers. We're gonna get down and chatty into the makeup. I'm doing a declutter, and we see the amount of palettes behind me. So, today we are kicking off a declutter moment for me. To be honest, I don't know if this is going to be a series or not, but part of me is like, maybe it needs to be because I just really want to clean house. And I have this new thing where like out with the old, in with the new. If I'm doing a big Sephora haul, which I just did, if I'm bringing new things in, I want old things to go out so that I never ever wind up in that makeup chaos with like bins of old makeup and like, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't need it. I don't make 5 videos a week anymore. I'm not building out a cosmetic brand anymore. I don't need the library. But do I? I don't know. I would like more sanity in my mind when it comes to the amount of makeup that I have. And reviewing means that my hands get in a lot of new, and it grows quickly. So I did about, 9 months ago or so, a video called I'm Only Keeping 15 Palettes. Do you want to guess how many more I have since then? Like, I thought I was so slick. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm pretty much a minimalist now because I'm a beauty reviewer that only has 15 large palettes. Mind you, in my head, I was like, large palettes, like the smaller ones, like those don't count somehow. So I had drawers of like other small drugstore palettes. But anyway, I have the 15 in front of me. There are 2 I already got rid of, but I just really quickly want to go through and let y'all know. Oh my gosh. Am I a Texan? I'm starting to say y'all. Oh my gosh, what is happening to me? I'm such a minor bird. If I go to another country, I start speaking with their accent. It is the weirdest thing ever. So forgive me. Okay, I'm gonna have an accent pretty quick here. It's happening. I'm keeping Snatural #1 in the Color Bomb from Scott Barnes. I am keeping the Noir palette from Lorac. My MAC palettes, they're so old. Borderline not safe, but the shadow is still in great shape and it blends, and I'm wearing this one today and I just like that and I don't want to rebuy it. You know, I'm kind of breaking the rules with those with how old they are, but let's forget about it and move on. Okay, I have my other Lorac palette right here. I'm sorry, I don't think this one is available anymore. I have my Natasha Denona Triochrome palette. Still love it, still into her. The Biba palette, one of my all-time faves. Let's take a little more time here and ooh and ah. If you want to see full swatches of these guys, I will link that other video below. I kind of wanted to briefly go through here and share with you all the ones out of that I'm keeping 15 that are still like top faves. And then we would do like a wander back here because there are clearly more than 15 behind me. And I don't know how many I'm gonna keep because honestly, I do have more space now, which before in Washington, I was in a tinier area to film and I only had so many drawers to put makeup in. So that was a big part of the problem. Part of me is looking behind me thinking that this looks kind of pretty. Like maybe I could make it look a little less chaotic, but I kind of like having the makeup behind me. And I have 3 shelves up above that need to be decorated. And I'm like, you know, maybe I keep some of the palettes on hand. I have more space, but still I want to go through and share with you guys what are the top hits, what I'm going to get rid of, what I think is worth the spend, what I think isn't, because I do have a lot of newer palettes that I want to discuss with you as well. I am right off the bat, this was in that original video, I'm getting rid of this MAC Nude Model Art Library palette and the Barbie palette. This is just, I don't need this. I loved it, but they don't sell it anymore and it's so old and I'm like, it's just maybe time to say goodbye. All right, starting with more drugstore palettes. I think I am gonna get rid of this one. I used it an awful lot. I'm not sure if LA Girl still makes this one. It was holiday of this past year. Really, really loved it so much. Just great quality for the price especially. But I stopped reaching for it just because I started reaching for more high-end stuff right now. I don't know why. Just kind of was, I don't know. I just don't reach for it as much as I was. These I still want to play with. And this is kind of newer. This is the Mainstage. I was reading that as Dessert Dream. The Desert Dream. Really pretty. The Hey Hey Vacay. This is a really good one. I mean, the LA Girl palettes, they come in this nice, just like the whole presentation is so nice and sturdy. The size of the pan, oh my gosh, yes please. This one I have not ever used. How did you hide from me in all of my palettes? You like stayed hidden. Stop this right now. I kind of want to put something on for some reason. Like I need more on my eyes at the moment, but I don't know, maybe like a little, I'm gonna go in right here. Just make sure this palette feels loved like the rest of them, you know? It's like a nice soft metallic. I actually really love these bottom 3 right here. Let's do a swatch. Actually, let's do all 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are like my kind of browns. I love that. Yeah. Boom. Boom. Ooh. Ooh, yes. Okay, so even the mattes are swatching pretty nice. This is something that is gonna go in the front because I want to spend some time with you. This is the Hey Hey Vacay in Good Times and Tan Lines. Then we have the Festie Bestie, another one I have not used. Why did I think I had used these? Hello, neon green. Let's just like go for it because like this is kind of just my thing. You know what I'm saying? I like to get in the makeup and get really acquainted. Okay, well that's not swatching too well, but I do have lotion on the body. Okay, that's fun. This is quite chunky. This white one, or this pearlescent one, is quite chunky. But I like these and I like how they present. Like they just stack well, they look nice. This one right here, the Nudie Cutie. This one I have used. I think I've used this one on camera before. Again, the mirror is huge, the pan size is nice, the packaging is sturdy and cute, and they're not crazy expensive. So I would highly recommend those palettes. If you want something that feels more high-end, but you know, you're a babe on a budget, then this is a great option. I am gonna get rid of this Ohana Lilo and Stitch. It's not opened. I'm gonna put it in a giveaway or pass it on to a friend. I just never... Well, do I want to keep this? No, I'm going to get rid of this one and feel good about my life. Okay. Also, I have from Milani, this face palette I still love. I think it's so great. It reminds me of the OG Lorac face palette that kind of pulled apart as far as the quality and the tones, the way that the shadow feels is just that nice, smooth metallic. Like it is so smooth. Like you barely have to press. It's like a pressure-free, smooth metallic. I love it. You get blush in here, you get a bronzer, a highlight, you get a black smoky shade, you get this gorgeous kind of taupey silver that's actually very, very flattering, and then a creamier shade. This is such a good, you know, on-the-go travel palette from Milani. Love it. And then we have the Most Loved Mattes. I really like this one too. If you're looking for a matte palette on a budget, you don't want to spend $50, $60, but you want something that has quality and a little bit more going on. Like you want something a little more substantial. This one is a great option. If you want something kind of neutral but more cool tone, again, Pixie has options for you. This one is the Natural Beauty, and I don't know what it is, but whenever I use this palette, I'm always a little concerned by the texture, I'll go ahead and say, because some of the texture on here can feel a little bit chunkier, but it's just interesting to me that whenever I use this palette, I always like make this mental note where I'm like, super good makeup day, like the eyes look just right, they just look pretty, it doesn't even look like it's, oh wow, this helped me do a cut crease or this did a really cool smoky eye. It's just like, it just looks pretty. Like it just looks like pretty makeup. And so I think the tones in here are very flattering for being more cool toned. We have the Sandy Days palette from Catrice that I have not tried out yet. I do need to put this to good use. It just looks like a golden dream in here. Let's just do a couple of swatches. We have Sunkissed and Sunbeam here. Ooh, let's go in. Yeah. Love a good golden metallic. Yes, please. So really curious about that one. This one, Drinks on Me. I used this a few times. This is from Joa. I am going to get rid of this. The colors ended up being kind of muddy and not as flattering as maybe I would hope for, but I do like Joa makeup quite a bit. Now we have a palette that I do need to gush over that is really, really good. So I have the side-by-side nude palette from Nabla. This one is great. If you're looking for a good neutral palette, you're in the mood for something kind of in the vein of the original Naked palettes, this is really nice. You have a black that is matte that works beautifully for liner. You have some browns, you have good metallics, you have good transition shades, but you have some punchier, more auburn shades. It's just a really great palette. I do love this so much. So we're keeping that. Scott Barnes has a new palette out. I have not played with it enough, but you guys already know how I feel about Scott Barnes palettes. I know the price is really up there. Like, come on, like it really is. But again, it's one of those things where whenever I wear his palettes, I always feel like, dang, like the makeup just looks really good today. Like it all blended, it looks nice. The colors are just cohesive. It's just really, I don't know, the palettes are put together really well. This is not my go-to as far as tones. Like I'm a neutral lover, so like this natural one is where it is at for me. I also have this one right here. This is the Snatural number 2. This is more of a cool tone palette. I have not used this one. I've swatched a few of them, I believe, but I have not put this on my eyes. I need to, so that's kind of gonna stick around. This one you guys already know. Oh my gosh. And look how dirty this is. So expensive, but honestly, like sick how gorgeous and like I can't, like it is literally like beaming light to my eyes from my fingertips. Let's just do this. Right? Stop this. So good. So good. It gives me all of the makeup feels that I need. Let's look at Colored Rain. I've had this forever. I feel like it's time to go. I feel like I never used you enough. You were a nice palette, but goodbye. And also this is, well, do I want this? Smokescreen? Yeah, I think I do. Torch. Yeah, we're keeping this one. That's very nice. I do have a newer palette that there's no way I'm parting with this one. Remember how I was telling you guys that I tried Byredo, but I honestly am not even being dumb about it. I don't even know how to say the brand name, and it kind of makes me crazy. So anyway, this palette right here is the Flora palette. Oh my gosh. This one is so good. It's super expensive, but if you love a little luxury, you will not be disappointed. There is something so amazing. I need to clean my fingertips because I got too much going on them. There is something so incredible about these metallics and just the different tones that are kind of hidden in the pigment. So you see the light reflect and you see like a little like fire of like kind of an orange copper or a red or pink in the middle of these more neutral metallics. I just think they're so stunning. So I'll show you, you can see like that has so much fire in it and so much life, and just looking at the palette, you might not think so, but they brighten up your look in a hurry. Let's see here. This one right up here, the most insane, gorgeous, like gorgeous inner corner highlight. We should just put it on. Let's just put it on. I'm already wearing a lot of eye makeup, I know, but I just want to demo for you guys because you'll be able to see a difference. This is the most insane, just like white, metallic, shiny, bright, like whoa, whoa, whoa. Not sure I'm loving this new Maybelline mascara. I tried the green mascara today on the lower. Not sure I'm loving it. Anyway, this one is a smash hit. I also do have the Wild Greens from Urban Decay. I have not tried this one yet. We'll take a just look at it really quick. Bam. It's green, it's cute. I do want to try this one, so I'm going to keep that there and keep it out of the package. I also want to update you guys, the Chosen Bun eyeshadow palette from Beauty Bakery, really good. I've been wearing this one all week, doing just like a quick smoky eye. I'm wearing this today on the eyes, these two up here, Icing and Fresh. And then the mattes I did wear from MAC. So that's a really good one. True Beauty, so beautiful, easy to blend, really surprised me. I got this in PR. I don't really know about the brand, but I'm so impressed with the weight of the palette, the texture of the mattes, and just how well it performs and blends is just nice. Like, this is a great palette. And then I have this guy right here, the Druid palette with these crazy, beautiful, kind of duochromatic, just like, we're running out of room here. These ones are just super pretty. I wore this in my first video that I filmed in this space. So I feel like I have to keep this. Like I've got to keep it. I also have this Glam Change multi-palette. I don't even know. We're just kind of going on the dig together. I've gotten rid of 4 palettes so far. Wow, I'm doing so good. You know what? Do I need this? I'm gonna gift this. There, we have 5 now. All right, so I'm giving you hopefully useful information. I love palettes. They are so fun to buy. I feel like palettes and foundation are like my 2 favorites. I'm a sucker for a new eyeshadow palette, totally. I don't know if that will ever change. I do also have these guys from Scott Barnes, these little cute Tequila Sunrise Shimmering Sand. This one is super beautiful. I am just gonna keep them because also they're small and they don't take up as much space. Are there any Natasha Denona palettes that I want to get rid of? No, the bronze palette I am keeping. The retro palette, you know what? I gave this like a second chance after not liking it, and I just still feel like the colors look a little bit weird on me. Yeah, okay, I'm like thinking there are like a couple of shades in the palette that I like, but I'm like overall, I can get rid of it. I also have the Zendo palette, which I have not used much of, but I have used and I am gonna keep it. It's just pretty. I have the pastel palette. Again, just really pretty. Why not? These are cute to have on display. As far as Natasha Denona goes, let me share with you all. In my opinion, the #1 palette is the Biba palette. This just has absolutely every color you could need for a great neutral look. The quality through and through with any of her shadows, just top notch. Really, really love it. More Scott Barnes. This is pretty. I've never even swatched this one. Moving has been a whole thing. Like I have not been able to unload all of the makeup. And I finally got pulls on kind of like a tower of drawers in this side little closet that was converted. So I can actually organize some of the makeup. So it's been a little bit of a process, but I'm so excited to be unboxing things and getting stuff set up. It is surprising me, like as I'm even going through this, that I'm like, hey, I forgot about that. Or like, I haven't swatched that one. Like, where did that go? Or where did that come from, you know? Okay, just wanna, for some reason, pop this one on too. Oh my, okay. Fun. I was not expecting that color to be in here when I opened this up, to be honest. I don't think I can get rid of these. These are my Viseart palettes, the Neutral Mattes 1, Mattes 2, Dark Matte. Actually, what happens with these is I get rid of them because they're old, and then I buy them again. And then I do the same thing. I have repurchased this Neutral Mattes 1 so many times. I think it's a great basic to have in your collection. I think what happens for me is I get bored using the same thing over and over and over again. I shift into new things and I forget how much I love this. It truly is one of the most loved palettes that I have ever owned as far as quality, the tones. You can do everything. If you're a pro artist, yes, please sign yourself up to this. It will go far. I've used this literally for maybe, not this exact one, but I got Viseart the first eye mats that I went to, which was like 10 years ago, 11 years ago. Like, it's been a while. But I just think these are quality pro shadows and we're gonna keep them. I do have this right here, Ether Beauty. These are clean shadows, like clean formula. They look really beautiful. You have some metallics in the center. I believe you can purchase this brand on Sephora. I've had this one for a minute. I need to play with it. Like, I actually feel super inspired to sit down now that I've kind of unpacked everything and just really swatch, come up with actual new makeup looks instead of just kind of going off the cuff and getting back into the artistry of it all, you know? And then I have a pro palette, which most people do not need something like this. I got this at Namie's in LA the last time I was in LA, and we're keeping it. All right, so quickly we will fly through these. The Natural State Ulta Beauty 4-piece eyeshadow palette with avocado oil as an infusion. Beautiful, I really like these. I could do a whole separate video on kind of the smaller drugstore-esque shadows if you like. I do have a drawer full of them behind me, but the ones that I'm enjoying the most, I just kind of want to give a shout out right now while we're in this video. This right here from Urban Decay, the Naked Foxy. I don't know what it is about these mattes right here, but they blend ridiculously well, like so beautiful. I'm in love with this palette. I have not loved an Urban Decay palette more in a very long time. So this one I highly, highly, highly recommend. I also do really, wait, no, you know what, this is tough. Sorry about the changing natural light that we're working with. I apologize. I literally think it's gonna start raining like any second. So I'm trying to wrap this up. This guy right here is Good Not Great. This is from Physicians Formula. I am gonna part with it. And I'm also gonna part with the PYT Beauty Palette. I tried this first on camera when I was in Florida. I let you guys know that I was gonna try it again, that it was kind of so-so, but I just bought it and I was like, you know, maybe it's just working weird with other things I've tried on. So I tried it again, I don't really love it. And I'm getting rid of this Clio palette as well, which really is just like, well, actually I kind of want to play with it. I'm gonna play with it one more time and we'll see in the future if I get rid of it. I'm gonna part with this one and put it in a donation bin. It has not been swatched or tested. This is the Glam Change Multi-Palette. Yeah, so I feel like I'm getting rid of like this much. How many do I have? Are we guessing right now? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna go count. Oh my gosh, I have a whole nother thing to go through. So behind me right now are 29 palettes. That happened fast. I went from 15 palettes in Washington to 29, and that's not including like the 10 that are in front of me. So 29, 39, oh my gosh. So this would be like, I'm only keeping 50 palettes. How did this even happen? I have more space now. I'm kind of okay with it. I do want to share with you all the Rose Quartz palette from Huda Beauty is super gorgeous, just like dreamy and just beautiful. And I love purples, so I am definitely keeping this one. The Dominique Coral Blossom palette. This is also so nice. I don't know, I'm sure she still has this one. This was from spring. Really, really punchy, beautiful shade up here called Self-Worth. And you have a gorgeous purple called Radiant. And then I also have Patrick Ta's new one. We're not going to stay here long, but I still just like, I'm kind of just still in this one shade right here. I love it so much. It's like so multi-dimensional and just really, really pretty and flattering and good. So these are staying. And then I have the Lorac Pro. You know what? I am going to get rid of this. Oh my gosh. Goodbye. Vanity Makeup Palette. Really expensive, really pretty, not as high shine as far as the metallics go for my personal taste. But it was a really beautiful palette. It's just not, it's more of like that wet metallic than a glimmery metallic. I'll show you. You see, it just has like a wet kind of a look to it. Didn't reach for this one very much though. I I don't want to get in trouble here. Like, I just don't. But it does have a lot of the same tones. I didn't invent the shade brown. So like, let's all like calm down and not be like, Tati sent this, da 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 da. But it does remind me a lot of my Tati Beauty original palette, which I still have and use from time to time when I'm not filming, when I don't want to, I don't want to share with you guys something that you can't run out and buy. It is good. This would be a good substitute. It is more money, but solid palette. I am going to get rid of it just because I just don't use it. I think that's where we land. Is this where we land? I am like swatched right up. I feel really inspired to kind of dig in, play with the makeup more. You guys are probably so sick of hearing it. I'm still getting settled in the house. It has just been a lot. There's so much behind the scenes, which everyone hates when YouTubers say that. Like, there's so much behind the scenes going on, but my life has been busy behind the scenes. And then on top of that, just still getting things settled in the home. Like, we still don't have vents on the ceiling. I still don't have a mirror downstairs in the powder room. The office is still where I'm keeping my shoes. My clothes are still in the garage. It's just been kind of a lengthy process that I did not see coming. So that has been a bit of a challenge, but we're getting through it. I'm finally feeling like, okay, like the makeup's getting settled. So yay for that. I do have in front of me a bunch of face palettes. I just wanted to show you guys. These are not eyeshadow palettes. They are face palettes. Maybe I'll do more of a face declutter kind of a video. If you're into that, let me know. Literally in my Q&A where I asked you guys on Instagram, I was like, hey, what do you guys want to know about? Like, ask me anything. And everyone's like, God, and eyeshadow palettes. So that's my audience. And honestly, I kind of was like, yes, like these are my people. So let's dive on in. That video, the Q&A, the questions got intense. I will link that below. But I hope that this satisfied the palette front and that we all enjoyed the swatches and digging through a collection. Yeah, that's that. All right, go have a good one, whatever you guys are doing. And I will see you all in my next video. Mwah.